My pleasure.
So how did you go from being a chef to a barber to a restaurant owner?
Yeah. I've worked in kitchens since I was very young. I think I was 14 when I first started in the kitchen. I went to barber school when I was 38, so it was just time for a break, I think is what it was. I was tired and I was frustrated. So I wanted to do something else, and barbering was something I could go to school for pretty quickly, and which I enjoyed it, and it was good. But after a few years, I guess the kitchen was calling to me, so I decided to open a restaurant. I wasn't willing to go back and work for somebody else, but I enjoy having my own space.
Being food everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So what profession did you like the best?
Well, I can't say I like one more than the other. I actually really enjoy cutting hair. I miss it sometimes because I don't get to do it very often anymore. Having this restaurant and soon to be another restaurant, free time is not much of a thing for me right now.
So why did you move back to the Nakusp after studying instead of moving to a different country or something?
Instead of studying cooking or barbering?
Barbering.
Barbering? Well, I lived here. I owned a house here, and then I went away to go to school just for fun, 6 weeks I think I was gone for, but my family was here, so I had never intended to be gone for very long. I always seem to end up back in the Nakusp no matter where I go. So.
Yes, this is a pretty easy place. So, what was the most challenging thing about opening a restaurant?
Oof, everything. It's a lot. There's a million details in opening a restaurant. We had intended to be closed for 2 months to renovate and get open. It actually took us closer to 8 months to renovate and get open. And there's many challenges, between financing and just learning how to build, because I really didn't know anything about building or plumbing or electrical or gas or anything like that. And when you're building a restaurant, you get to learn everything.
Was it hard to find a place like this to open it?
Kind of. We actually had intended to buy this building, but then somebody else was looking at it at the same time as we were, leased it to us. But I also had a restaurant in this same space 4 years earlier, I believe. I had a breakfast restaurant in here, so I knew the building and I knew the people, and I just knew the space a little bit, so I guess it was fortuitous that I was able to get it.
Yeah, so when decorating this restaurant, why did you choose this green blues?
I really like earthy tones, I guess. My food is fairly earthy, and I try to stick to local ingredients, and I'm not too fancy, but I like a little bit finer detail. We spent many hours actually deciding on the decoration for here. I built all of the benches myself in your dad's shop. We picked out all of the artwork, a lot of the little details we've done together. And it's an always growing, always changing kind of thing, because you just find something you like, or there's a space you're not completely happy with, or the lighting. It's really something that's it's always changing as you change, and restaurants and food both are just an ever-evolving thing. They're always growing and changing. So
yeah. Why did you name your restaurant? Oh, sorry.
It's named after my children, Isabella, Oriah, and Sophia. So we just combined their names in a nice way.
So is there anything you want to share about yourself, or something about the restaurant?
Cool. Well, I don't know. That's not something I expected. No, not really. I love what I do. I'm very happy that we ended up opening this restaurant and in Nakusp as well. I love leaving Nakusp, but it's usually just for inspiration to come back to Nakusp and do new things and try new things.
So you've been changing your menus a lot lately. Is that because you don't want cooking one thing for a very long time?
Yes. And I think, it's good to just always change. Like I said, restaurants are an ever-changing, ever-evolving thing, and food needs to grow. And I think when you cook the same thing for too long, it loses its quality and it loses its luster, and you kind of get bored, so you're not putting maybe the effort into it that you once did. And so it's nice to change it up, try something new. You're never learning if you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. So the couple questions I had